Just when I thought I was finally going to have a day off, I got two videos in a row done. I was starting to enjoy it, content with myself that I was going to have a day off. The head coach of the Denver Nuggets gets fired, along with the general manager, with 4 days left until the regular season is over. The one person that is meant to get every single player on their roster fired up for the playoffs, get them in their positions, their rosters 1 through 8, all their top guys, get them ready to go, has now just been thrown out with 4 games left. I have no words. I don't understand why. You could at least, ride it out to the end of the season. If they don't make a deep championship run, sure, you've attempted it. But someone like Michael Malone, who has been with the organization for the best part of about 10 years, he has led the Denver Nuggets to a championship. He is the winningest coach in their franchise's history. He has done all this for their organization, and he, just like that, has been thrown out because of apparent arguments with the general manager, Mike Malone. There's a lot of stuff coming out at the moment where Michael Malone didn't agree with the stuff that Calvin Booth, I think his name was. A lot of the stuff that was going on with Calvin Booth, he didn't agree with how they were building the roster, so on and so forth. But Michael Malone has that pedigree as a head coach, and for them to just throw him out without even thinking twice about it is incredible to me. Like, the NBA is a really scary place at the moment. One day you could have a job and next thing you know, you're halfway across the country or you're not even in a job. Luka Doncic moved this year. Something we never thought was ever going to happen. Get past the All-Star break, we're all like, sweet. We're all done now. We're not going to, move on to anything major. Taylor Jenkins then gets thrown out of the Grizzlies, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was sort of understandable because I don't think anyone really saw the Grizzlies even fully healthy and for the best part of them as a championship contending team. But with the Nuggets, we expect with someone like Nikola Jokic on your roster to make a run at the playoffs. Doesn't matter whether it's second round, you make the conference finals, or you even go all the way to a championship. With someone like Nikola Jokic, you want to make the most of while you have him. And not having Nikola Jokic on your roster is something that you shouldn't have to think about. But throwing your head coach out, who apparently, through all the reports and through everything that I've seen, Michael Malone and Nikola Jokic have been really close with each other. They became good friends. Michael Malone went over to Serbia and spent some time with Jokic and his family over the couple of weeks during the championship. And now he's relied upon even more. I think now that they do not have an actual head coach, I think there's stuff going around now that it's sort of because that they wanted to get that new assistant coach in. They brought him in, he redefined their offense, and now that they want him running the show full time. And the best way to do that, instead of, trying to fight for him from other teams in the offseason, was to get rid of Michael Malone and get him immediately in the head coaching role. It's crazy. I don't understand why, how they're going to be so reliant on Nikola Jokic. I believe now Jokic is going to have to be a player coach. I don't know how good this assistant coach is, but if you're firing Michael Malone for him, it better be pretty damn good. It makes no sense. Nikola Jokic now is going to have to do absolutely everything on top of what he's already doing for this organization. I think for the longest time, you could hide a lot of the things because of Nikola Jokic and how good he is. Because while he's on your roster, you are going to win games. You are going to find yourself in a playoff position. You are going to develop teams further and develop players further because you've got someone assisting you like Nikola Jokic, giving these players the ball when they're in the right spots, making the right reads, finding them in these positions. It's just something that Nikola Jokic does, and I think for the longest time now, it's going to be talked about now. I don't have a single doubt in my mind. But because Nikola Jokic was on that roster, they weren't worrying about everything else. They thought, we have Nikola Jokic, we have a couple of decent pieces around him, like Michael Porter Jr., like Jamal Murray, like Aaron Gordon. These sorts of guys in their starting lineup that have been so good for them, have done it consistently for years. As I said, won of a championship a couple of years ago. But it's not consistent, and it's not going to stay forever. We're hiding behind this 7-foot Serbian dude, and we're just saying, take us out and just lead us the way. The last couple of weeks, he's had a 45-point triple-double 3 nights ago in a loss. A few weeks ago, 60-point triple-double in another loss. In any world where somebody has a 60-point triple-double, you should not be losing that basketball game. It's literally 2K numbers. They give out achievements in 2K for scoring at least half your team's points. It's literally like what it is. And he still can't win the basketball game. It's just like, it's insane. Jokic, fully hats off to him. He's going to continue to be this ultimate competitor. I don't have a single doubt in my mind. But at the end of the day, like, there's only so much more he can do. Jamal Murray, for the last few years, has been an absolute hell of a basketball player. In the playoffs especially, he's given them absolutely everything. And he's been a phenomenal player for them. But he's like not one of the most amazing number 2 options that there is in the league. You know, Steph Curry's now got Jimmy Butler. Luka Doncic has got LeBron James as a second option. Jamal Murray is not quite that. And as long as he's going to progress and get older, his injuries have always been there at the same time. He's missing time at the moment. He's missed time with an ACL. There's been a couple of different things over his career where he's had to miss significant time. It's really hurt them, and their youth development at the same time has been mediocre. Peyton Watson has been a really good defender for them this year, don't get me wrong. He's not a top NBA player. Russell Westbrook, he's old. He's only going to give you so much night in and night out. The first half of the season, he played phenomenally. Ever since then, he's sort of cooled off and hasn't been as good. But you can't overly rely on him. Michael Porter Jr., he's a jump shooter. He can't really get to the ring with the best of them. He's not a playmaker. He's a good rebounder in his own right. But he's nothing more than a tall shooter that, by the way, his shot's impossible to block. As good as these role players are, they're only role players. They're not all-time greats like Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic, when it's all said and done, is going to go down as one of the best players of all time. And I do not have a doubt in my mind. The only thing that's going to hurt his legacy is championships, is MVPs, and is all of these things that he's meant to accumulate over his career. But they have something to do with team success. They all do. These role players have to help him out. They have to be able to let him win these awards. Otherwise, he's going to lose motivation. He's not going to want to contribute as much as he is to the roster, and he's just going to give up on the Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets' sake, that is the absolute last thing that they want. The MVP this year, he is going to lose it if they go through the transition period of having a head coach where, you know, there's 3 games where they have to adjust. It'll drop them into the 7th seed, and next thing you know, he's competing in the 7th seed against a guy who is going to damn near win 70 games on the year and is far and away the number 1 best team in the West. It just doesn't work like that, how the bias is nowadays with all the voting. And if you were a 7th seed in the league, it's not going to happen. So they really need to pick it up. The team success needs to be there. Jokic, they really just need to help Jokic. because if he's that 7 seed, he is not taking home the MVP this year. But yeah, that's really it. That's really all I wanted to touch on. It was just meant to be a quick video talking about all this drama. The Denver Nuggets, who knows what their season looks like in a week's time, whether they're playing in the play-in or whether they're in the playoffs. Who knows what happens and who knows what the coaching movements are. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I hope this, it was a reasonably short one, so I hope you guys can get through this one and you've enjoyed it. I will see you guys when I'm on here next. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'll make another video in the coming days. We're building up to the playoffs now, so it's all only up from here. I'm going to get a video out every single day of the playoffs, so it's going to be great. And I will see you guys then. Thank you, guys.